Hello, all. Welcome back to Caradex. As we mentioned in our introductory video last week, we mentioned a lot of topics we will be talking about, and today we are going to start with a topic, and that is career goals. My name is Aminat Musa, and I will be handling this topic with you. In this episode, we are going to tackle explanations towards career goals. I will also be looking at types of career goals. Okay, so with career goals, we all know that as individuals growing up, we haven't really heard of anything that's career goals. When growing up as children or being in SHS, senior high school, or in tertiary, we realize that we are being asked, what do you want to be in future? And one time you say that you want to be a nurse, the other time you say that you want to be a doctor or you want to be an IT personnel, and over again, but we don't have a specific career goal that we look to achieve, and we tend to follow the mass, right? But this particular episode is to help us to be able to map our career goals. I know that some of us here have already gone through the tertiary. We're actually at the peak of our career, but yet still we still have certain goals we want to achieve, right? And whilst others are also done with tertiary, or whilst others are also going through tertiary, they have this doubts that, okay, this course that I'm taking, is it really what I want to pursue after I'm done with school? And also my senior high students that are also in school would also want to map up certain careers they would want to achieve when they go to university or when they are done with university. Well, we are going to look at what a career goal is. So before we go deep into what a career goal is, you should know that with our career goals episode, this is not just the end of it. We'll be looking at setting realistic goals. We'll also be looking at dropping a proper career map. We'll also be looking at a long-term visions, right? So today, what are we going to talk about is what is a career goal. So, what is a career goal? So, a career goal is a specific, measurable, and achievable objective that an individual sets for their professional development and advancement within their chosen field or occupation. So, just like the examples I gave earlier, okay, so as individuals, it is important, incumbent upon us that as you have certain goals when it comes to your career, when it comes to your occupation, when it comes to your profession, don't look at yourself that you are still in tertiary or you are still in SHS. That does not mean that you can't set certain goals for yourself. Okay, so when we say that a career goal is specific, it means that it's something that it's a goal that it has to be specific to attain to let's say a specific month, a specific year, right? It's something that you are looking, it has an end. Okay, and when we say that a goal that is measurable, it means that you have to see the end result of it. It shouldn't be an ambiguous goal that you are just saying it because of the fun of it. Now, we also look at an achievable objective. Great. It has to be something that has to be achievable. I know some of us sometimes we are struck by the bubbles of happiness at a point that we say, okay, I see this person is a doctor, and the fact that the person is wearing a doctor coat or the person is holding something that represents him as a doctor, you see that and it excites you, but it's not something that you look to achieve for yourself. So it is very good that whilst creating a career goal, you have what's achievable objective. So that is with what a career goal is. Okay. So now that we've understood what career goals are, we'll also be looking at the different types of career goals. There are a lot of types when it comes to career goals, but I am going to limit us to just two types. So we have short-term career goals and then the long-term career goals. Okay, so with short-term goals, there are certain features that comes with it, right? So just short-term goals typically covers a period of up to 3 years. So when we say a period up to 3 years, it means it could span from 1 month, it could span from 1 month to 2 months, 3 months, 6 months to 1 year to 3 years, right? So let's say that with this particular feature, it's covering this specific time. It's follows that pattern. So we move on to the second point. It focuses on achieving specific immediate objective within relatively short time frame. So this is in line with the first point that we talked about. So the just like the explanation we gave with career goals, that it has to be specific, right? So it means that with short-term goals, the goals are immediate. They don't take a very long time for you to achieve them. Okay. And the last feature we will be looking at is that it serves as a stepping stone towards achieving longer term objective. So let me tell you, without short-term goals, you can't really achieve your long-term goals, just like you can see in this image we have here. So one step leads to the other step. Now let's look at an example of all that I've said regarding short-term goals. So an example could be that acquiring a new skill or certification within the next 6 months. So let's say that as an individual, you've realized that, okay, I've set myself a career goal. This is what I want to achieve within 6 months, but what do I do? So you decide to go to apply for a course online, and then you take this course. This course spans between 1 to 6 months. This is a short-term goal because it is going to help you to achieve that goal you are looking to. Okay, another example could be that as a student in tertiary, so as a student in tertiary, you are looking to ensure that you pass your exams. Exams is around the corner in the next 6 months. You are looking to ensure that you pass your exams. So what are the short-term goals you put in place? So what you do is, as an individual, you set study calendar for yourself. So study calendar, maybe mornings and then evenings, right? So morning and evenings. Probably in the afternoons you have lecture, so you wouldn't be able to be engaged in learning personally. So these are goals that you are setting for yourself to get to this short goal in passing your exams, right? So this is an example. This spans across every individual. You could be in senior high school, tertiary, or still working. Now let's move away from the short-term goals to the long-term goal. So when it comes to long-term goal, it's more like an opposite of the short-term goal. So the long-term goal more extends beyond the short-term horizon. So when we say it extends, it means that it can move away from 3 years, it moves to 4, 5, 6, even 10. We have 20 years. So we have individuals that will say that I want to be a doctor, but at the moment I am a nurse. So what are the things I have to do, or the time frame? So he does his research and realize that I have like 6 years more or 7 years to get to that. So these are what short-term goals. So now let's look at the second feature of what a long-term goal is. Sorry, I said short-term. Let's look at the second feature of what a long-term goal is. So it's broader and more strategic in nature, focusing on individuals' ultimate career aspirations and where they want to be in the distant future. So just like the short-term goal is in the present, it's more like in the present future. The long-term goal is more like the continuous future, right? So this is something that you look to achieve and something that would stay with you for a very long time. So it's more broader and it's specific and strategic in nature, focusing on your ultimate career aspirations. So the third feature we'll be looking with regards to long-term goal is the fact that it provides a sense of direction and purpose for one's entire career journey. Yes, it provides a purpose. So just like I was giving an explanation earlier, that when it comes to your long-term goals, it's really guides you to that goal that you've been envisioning yourself to achieve in a very, very long time. So just the example I cited with the nurse wanting to be a doctor. So of course, this person has that vision, that career vision to be a doctor to be a doctor for a very long time. So that process they have to go through will lead them to get there, right? And remember, the short-term goals is not just about you writing it down and say that in 10 years I want to be a doctor, or in 10 years I want to be a cybersecurity analyst and all that. It's what it takes it takes a significant time, effort, and planning to achieve. It takes what? Significant time, effort and planning to achieve. So you don't just say that or write it down and you leave it all at that. Now let's look at an example of what some of the long-term goals are. So attaining leadership role in a specific field or industry. So yes, let's say that as I am speaking to you now, you are not closer to being a leader wherever you find yourself. This is just an example, right? So what do you do to ensure that you get to that leadership role? So first of all, you have to get to an entry level role. After an entry level role, you move to an associate. From an associate, then you move to a leader. So you see the process that is going through. And even with these three processes that I've mentioned, there are sub processes that comes under them. So now I want to give another example with regards to long-term goal. So let's use somebody who is in the IT field, more of a coding, let's say front-end developer, and the person is looking to become what a senior front-end developer. How then does the person start, or how then does the person go about his long-term goal for being a senior developer? So at the moment you are in tertiary, you haven't started anything coding, you'd want to start taking short courses. Just like I said, that the short-term goals leads to long-term goals. So short-term courses, short goals, you take short courses online, and from there you, after tertiary, maybe you do your service, you take your service. After your service, you take junior roles, or internships comes first. If not internship, attachment. If not attachment, you get to maybe attachment. Yes, if not attachment, you'd then go for internship. If not internship, for entry level role. From there, even within the entry level roles, you go through certain procedures before you move towards an associate. From an associate, you then move towards a senior front end developer, right? It takes a long time. It doesn't take a long time because of the way you have strategized your planning or goal attainment, right? So that is with regards to long-term goals. So in summary, what we have looked at today are what career goals are. We've been able to explain that career goals are goals that are achievable, they are attainable, and they are specific goals that can be achieved, right? We also talk about the two types of career goals. We talk about what the short-term goals are. We mentioned the specific time frame from 1 month to 3 months. We also talked about how they are immediate results, and we also talk about what long-term goals are. So what are long-term goals? We talk about the time frames as a span for a very long time. It is more of the future continuous goals that we have. And we also mentioned some differences that we have with long-term and short-term goals. In our next episode, we will be talking about setting realistic career targets. Yes, I know that we've now understood what career goals are and how important it is in our lives as individuals for us to have career goals, irrespective of wherever you find yourself, be it in senior high school, tertiary, be it in your career, be it you being a junior, senior, or an associate. We all have a career goal, but we haven't put it on paper, or we haven't done anything about it. So in our next episode, we will be talking about how to then set realistic career targets. See you again. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, and always click on the notification button to receive any videos upload from us. Thank you very much. See you. Bye.